Gary Hufbauer is a former US Treasury Deputy Assistant Secretary for Trade and Investment Policy. He joins us now live from Washington, D.C. Welcome, Gary. What do you make of these latest developments in what's becoming a tit-for-tat between the US and Canada and US and the EU?
Well, and also US and China. Yeah, there's a trade war like we've never seen since the Second World War. We've had differences in terms of particular products, but this is right across the board. A lot of products highlighted by steel and aluminum. So it's an experience we have not seen in terms of recent times, decades.
And Trump has sought to calm fears around the impact on markets and reassure business leaders, encouraging them to trust the process. Do you believe that business leaders are buying that, or are people concerned about where this is going?
They've got to be concerned. Maybe in hopes of keeping on the good graces of Trump. They're not saying much right now, but most business leaders have taken some economics. They know that tariffs raise prices and cause disruption to business and are very bad for the stock market. So it's hard to find very many business leaders who would appreciate what's happening now.
And Gary, a new poll shows that 41% of Americans think that Trump's economic policies will pay off in the long run. I think that came out today. Do you expect that that may change when higher prices and job losses start to hit home?
Well, this payoff in the long run, yeah, that's now Trump's expectation. But let me just tell you that there have been countries which have put on high tariffs for decades, and they've never prospered. So that would be Brazil as one example. That would be, that would be a country like Korea years ago before they liberalized. I don't think the tariffs did them much good. That would be a country like China before it liberalized. So there's not a lot of history of countries, really boosting their manufacturing sector by high tariffs.
And Gary, some are saying that Trump is looking to weaken Canada economically so that he could, in theory, annex the country through coercion. What do you make of that theory?
Could you repeat the last part in terms of what Trump is hoping?
Sure. There's some saying that Trump is looking to weaken Canada economically so that he could, in theory, annex the country through coercion. What do you make of that theory?
When I first heard it, I thought this was it was kind of a rude remark to Prime Minister Trudeau, and it was some kind of fantasy. But he's repeated it. This is incredible. I mean, back during the American Revolution, yes, there was disagreements with Canada. Canada went with Britain and U.S. separated off. But that's more than 200 years ago. I mean, what are we talking about to annex Canada? That's just, it's amazing. It's just unbelievable.
On that note, we'll have to wrap it up. That's all we have time for. Thank you so much, Gary Hufbauer, former US Treasury Deputy Assistant Secretary for Trade and Investment Policy. Thank you.
Thank you.